You got your hat on. You see mine? Is that Charlie Broad? Or is it Pearl Haggard?
Back up.
I don't know. I like your hat. Brennan got you that hat. Sorry, you're recording.
That was a gift from your son.
Well, I got specific instructions when you were moving him in to wait. He wanted to surprise you. He brought it to a move-in, and I wanted to give it to him. No, Mom, you gotta wait. Okay.
Stay with you. Well done, Matt. Good, Hamza. One back. Time, man on. Be careful. Nothing. Good. Cody, win. We win here. That's a win. Go, Kyle. Again.
He was just really excited when he saw Matt and wanted to talk to him. I wanted him to talk to him about safety management. And he said, Mom, I saw Matt Bickert. He talked to me. He was really nice to me.
Well,
and also,
no, I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
I just know Joey from J.J. Fisher. I know they ran around together. Brennan told me that.
Oh, I thought that they played soccer together.
Heights. So I kind of like a bench behind me. Yeah, it gets worse as I get older. Joe, yeah, they did. They played, and JJ actually got Brennan, but
I don't know JJ.
You do or you don't?
I do not.
He's a silly boy, but he's a good kid.
Is he Matthew's age or is he Brennan's age?
He's Joey. Wait, because Joey's a year older than Brennan, right?
Yeah, Joey's in between Matthew and Brennan.
So JJ's as far as like, Brennan loves that you record it. Hey, Mom. No.
Oh, I gotta get my wife a recorder.
Thank you. That's all right. We just watched it on you. Maybe you could not. My sister-in-law does. She posts. She puts music in her.
Quick. Nick, drop in. Go.
Like one of your basketball huddle teams, so I can just merge the recordings. So I'm one of the slam basketball coaches.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Just so that I can.
Well, they probably
Love that. That's it, Green!
Like that.
He got a haircut.
He did. He says the guy he goes to, the same guy. He's very specific. He wants to only go to him. He said, Mom, my hair's too short. He went too short. I said, it's good.
How do you like the new Aldis?
The women standing in line for the grand opening because you got your gift cards and you got, all your little.
Yeah.
Are we down by 2?
No, it's tied. 1-1.
It's tied 1-1. So, that was.
But my husband had to park. He's like, I'm letting you out with the pool. I'm like, thanks. So I walked from there. There's like a stupid car. It was heavy.
There was an option to parallel park like in between these people, and these people were sitting there, and I was like, I can't do that.
I was like, no, I'm not going to try that.
No.
So it's tied, right? That's what
Yes.
I thought.
I got here when we scored, and then they just scored.
Yeah, that's what I just saw. I just got here and I thought we scored, but I was only halfway up the hill.
Let's go, Graham!
But that.
I guess several of them are injured.
Now, who is your son?
He's the freshman sitting on the far right. I think he's far right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where are you guys
Christian.
from?
I'm actually director of graduate admissions at Slippery Rock.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, and then my husband is the director of campus rep.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Hello.
Hey.
So
Wait.
my son was like, he was
Wait
like,
a second. Are you Mort's mom?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm Brennan's mom.
Oh my gosh.
Because you looked familiar. And
you did too, and I'm like,
yes. Of course, my hair.
oh,
That's it, Brennan! We love Mort. Brennan was so excited.
We love B. I was excited they went up because I think they're going to have more fun playing club if
Yes.
they were to try out for the team.
That's what it was.
Because they wouldn't have all the commitment.
Right. This is right up. This is perfect. Because he's adjusting to his college work. And
Christian's playing intramurals too as B.
No.
So
he's doing both?
the Butler boys talked him into.
Gotcha.
He played with them at Butler. Butler High School's doing terrible in soccer this year. It's
Oh,
kind
are
of
they
funny.
really?
Yep.
Because all the older boys were done.
I'm not a fan of Moni, so
Oh, is he the coach at Butler? Gotcha.
he has hated Christian since he was in
Gotcha.
8th grade.
I've heard stories just like what
Oh,
you
they're all
said.
true.
Gotcha.
I'm just direct. I don't gossip. They're all
Yep,
true.
I know, right.
They're all true. Favoritism. We could have been at states last year and the year before, but he played his homers. He played all the boys. Brian would be mad if I said that, but it's
No,
true.
it is
It's
what
true.
it is.
He put players in that he was friends with their parents,
Yeah.
and they weren't as good, and we did not make it to states. We should have.
I tell you.
2 years.
I am not. There's not one athletic bone in my body. What I've known just from my experience is the politics in my head.
So much, but it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But she's a competitive dancer.
Yeah.
She has not made, when they bring guest artists in, they don't, she auditioned and she's been like basically blocked from them. And I'm like, well, it's so subjective. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like everybody has said like she can dance.
So it's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. And like she's been told it's because everybody will watch you. Because you're that good. That's sad that she's being penalized.
Right, because of it.
It is what it is. She's just submitted stuff for dance festivals, so that'll build her resume. She already has a resume, so 'cause we go to New York 5 or 6 times a year, and she trains with she's tried out for Rockets. Yeah, it's very political. I mean, you have to.
Now, how old is she?
She'll be 21 in a month, or October 7th. So.
That's it, Brennan! I'm just calling his name.
So yeah, no, that's great. But yeah, so she's a hard worker. She'll make it.
It sounds it. She's going to do big things.
She just launched her website this summer, so
Good for her.
she has all of her work from Las Vegas and Millennium Dance.
What a future.
Millennium's like a big dance thing. I mean, dance is hard. There's no doubt about it. But she's like at the university level. I should be crushing it. Not at Zipper. It's funny, but if she were to go to Point Park, she would be cool. They just the dance chair is just not good. She's never done anything in dance. The one that left the chair, I went to school with that slipped, and she danced for Elvin Ailey after school, which is a big company in New York.
And she used to be on the chair?
She used to be the chairperson of the department. Now she's in administration.
Son,
Yes.
went to school with my daughter.
Okay. And I think he has another son, right? Does he have another son?
Matt, their son, you mean?
Yeah.
They have a daughter.
Okay. There's another person that plays on the team. He's the big chair. Christian, I think, and he played with his brother on 12.
Oh.
Or maybe Christian played with DeSouth and with him on 12.
Oh.
So the big kid out there in the middle?
Yeah.
His brother plays with Christian.
Okay.
Too.
Brennan's probably told me his name. My brain remembers half of it.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
This team's good.
That's what he was just so excited. She's like, are you okay?
What did you do to your wrist?
I wish it was something fun. I literally tripped on my baggy pajama pants, taking my garbage down. And on the way back up, the way that it happens, my daughters got me for Mother's Day, and they were like really baggy pajama pants, but they were really comfortable. So I was like, oh, these are my vacation. And I would trip on them at home. That's how baggy they were. But at home, anytime I trip, I'd be around something, like a piece of furniture.
Right.
And I'd think to myself,
That's it.
That's it, babe.
That's it.
All right. Bunker.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, ask the president if it's okay. And I said, it's going to be hot out there. I mean, like, half the kids were, like, dying of dehydration at IUP. And I said, let's just pick up a case of water at Sam's and granola bars. And then my friend Mark Metzger in undergrad admissions, he was like, yeah, oranges are super good too for athletes in between stuff. I'm like, okay, we'll get oranges.
I love that.
Well, they're cuties, so.
Hey, that's awesome.
Robert Marcel thinks when there's orange peels all over the field.
Hey, the birds, it's good for the
Exactly,
environment.
it's good. We're trying to be, sustainable here. I'm kidding.
Hey, you can't let him go line.
Yeah, so I was going back up the driveway.
Wide.
I got my 2 o'clock. Didn't let my knees catch my phone. So all that weight went on my wrist, or on my
elbow. And you shattered your...
Oh my God. I never broken a bone before.
No, get up there.
I get up. My whole body turns cold. I can't see something.
You know what? It happens. I was at that Bethel Park soccer tournament, and I ripped these jeans because I went down, and they look cooler ripped like that. I was like, literally, I never, and then I ripped them here, but they never. I used to rip my own jeans in the 80s.
Yeah. Right.
And I didn't pay anything to do that.
Right.
So I just hard. I felt quick. Like I just wanted to,
Like it was an accident.
yes. And I couldn't. I usually catch myself. Who got that? I usually catch myself, but I didn't.
When you're not able to catch yourself.
It was bad. And then this knee, I just got him for him at the end of the soccer season.
I love that. Because when we would play, I'd be like, there's the tournament I had.
Well, I can at least find him that way.
That's
because,
how I find him.
Because he loves white, and but it always looks like crap after like 2 days.
I know, and I tell Brendan that.
And neither does
He doesn't listen. Oh, is it really? Does he have a...
He has like a big bruise on it. He ripped some tissue.
Yeah.
He ripped it. So he's...
There's that... I don't want to sound like a salesperson because I don't even work there now. Restore, Hyper Wellness. I don't even... The closest one... Because you guys are you in Butler?
We're in Butler.
The one is in Cranberry. Athletes get 50% off. They have that cryotherapy. They've got...
Wait.
It helps heal quicker.
He's been doing laser with the chiropractor and cupping.
Oh, that's awesome.
In Slippery, that's part of the insurance. Like, we don't have to pay extra for cupping, which is weird. Because everywhere else we've gone, we've had to pay.
Is this a certain chiropractor?
So she's up at the top of the hill, like right past Ginger, like Simplified Meals by Ginger. If you're going like towards Grub City, like right up at the top of the hill. Okay. And the Heights would be on your right. She's on the left in that little plaza, like literally you'd like to miss it.
Oh, no kidding.
She's a bigger woman, so like her adjustments, my daughter said that she's a little, she's not sure she likes her adjustments, but she said she's fabulous with taping, exercising. Always works to make sure I'm watching. I love it.
I can feel his eyes.
Yeah, I know. He stares at me to make sure I'm watching at all times. Don't worry, I'm watching you. He doesn't say. I wonder why her gold is not.
That's what they were saying. I don't know.
I wonder if he's injured. He plays club too.
Oh, really?
Because Christian was against his team the other night, and they won 2-1. The goalie team.
Is Christian doing club as well?
Yes. So this is
doing
club.
club?
This is club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Intramurals.
Intramurals
with the Butler boys.
I meant intramurals.
Yeah, those are his Butler boys.
Does the goalie
Too, but he didn't listen. And now he's in like one of those. He's 5 other roommates. Like a 2-person suite.
2-person suite?
Yes, like it would be like B is in what, his own room, or he shares C. Christian's not in his own room because Nick and him like didn't want to be in building F, and they were on the lottery like the first 5 minutes that it opened, and there weren't any options in building B to have your own room. So they share, like Nick and Christian share. Jeez.
Now, who's Nick? Is that what
Nick is from school. He's an only child, so I mean he really likes him, but Nick has an attitude. My daughter's so tough. And Lauren is super chill. My daughter's super chill. She's polar opposite of Christian. So she's enjoying it. He's up here. So they don't get to see each other other than the weekends. And sometimes they stop by my office. Christian stops by when he needs something.
Yeah.
He's safe. He's tough.
Let's stop.
It's 1-1.
Is it 1-2 now?
2-1.
It's now. You know what? We
It's
scored a
2-1.
second
That's
one.
right. Yep.
Yeah, we're winning.
I had to ask
I
though
lied.
because when
No,
you heard,
you're right.
I wanted to tell. I wanted to say,
No,
wait,
you're right.
but I wasn't.
No, you're right.
I didn't trust
You're
myself.
right. No, you're absolutely right. Because they came back down and got
When
one.
we got one, we couldn't see who it was.
On that touch, Landon, now! You got John? Find Tony!
Christian's really enjoying playing with me and the other kids.
So
really,
is Brennan.
I think it's great. He wasn't going to go for it, and then he just realized like he was bored, and he got the itch because he was like, I'm done. You know, when he had his last couple, he was like, I'm done with club forever
Yes.
after this. You know.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm done with soccer forever. And I'm like, the month before school started, he was dribbling through the house. I'm like, take the varnish off the hardwoods. Would you please not take it outside?
But you knew.
I was like, he's getting the itch again. He's like, right now.
Now.
Jules. Get it, Christian. Get it. Oh,
Almost.
dang it.
Oh, it was right there.
Dude. The one that bounced off his chest last week went in, he said, and the girl didn't see it, and it wasn't offsides. He said it wasn't offsides, but they called it. I think those refs were so petrified, like with the way IUP's team was screaming at them on the bench, that they were making all calls for IUP. Like, yeah, because they were losing. Because at first it started out, I thought, pretty nice, like sportsmanship.
Well done, Landon! Well done! Yes, sir!
What do you think the boys will do?
I don't know. That's why I don't know if they'll leave. That's why we brought like cuties and
Yes.
one of those
Right,
big
that way
things
they
of
don't have to leave.
granola bars.
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure. Because if there's only like an hour in between, by the time they go back, by the time they go out, get something to eat and come back.
It's gonna be.
And then I thought like citrus, you know, on an empty stomach, but that's why I tried to counter it with granola bars.
I really appreciate.
So you're welcome.
Yeah,
And you have another thing of water in the car because only the majority of the case would fit in there. But there's some in the car. Brian's like, yeah, I'll be driving. If I have to drop it off, we're not going to be carrying that cooler across campus. We'll be dropping it off and somewhere. I'm going to drive up the park and drive up the sidewalk.
Christian know. Does he have a program designated?
Yes, he's in computer science. He loves computers. He's such a little computer hacker. Should probably not say that. Since he was like little, he hacked his Samsung iPad like 3 times in like 4 weeks. That's Samsung. When we called, they couldn't figure why my parents' Wi-Fi wasn't working correctly. And here, they have a smart stove and those little stupid lantern flies. It was pulling the power from the Wi-Fi. Yeah. So he went up and reprogrammed the stove. He knew right now. He literally went up after soccer practice one night, I think on Wednesday, and helped them. And my parents, they like seeing him because my dad's mom just died 3 weeks ago. She was 102 and a half. She was with it, but she got COVID in the nursing home, and that just hit her. Nope. And I wish I would have known because I would have put her on hospice, thank you, sooner. But the nursing homes, like, don't want you to know that because they lose money. Yeah. And they told me she wasn't suffering, but she was. And I missed saying goodbye by like 10 minutes. But my sisters got to say goodbye. Thank you. And she's really close. She's all around. Thanks, because that dog was super close to the kids, but him especially. And he was a wreck. And he's like, I don't want to go see Grandma, Mom, because I just can't take anymore. And I was like, okay, I understand. So,
You can take this one right here.
So they lost it. So it's lonely at my parents' house now. I think my parents, my dad's 80 and my mom will be this week. My mom is the father, but my dad is very young. He's very young. My mom fell last year. She tripped wearing flip-flops in the house on the dining room rug and broke her back last week. She had a concussion fracture which bled. And sometimes that just happens when you're older. But
So are they there?
her dad died of leukemia at 43.
Give them the dome.
Did he really?
Make sure you go tell them right now. Yeah, they were supposed to.
And my mom's sister has leukemia, but it's not the treatable kind. But I mean, it's the treatable kind. Like you don't have to do anything, just have your blood work. They call it leukemia, but it's not like or there's different grades of it. That's your mom's sister. Mm-hmm. So it definitely. My mom's the oldest. It definitely is hereditary, but my mom's just. She needs to get out and exercise. She doesn't.
It's so hard. It's such a reminder. And at that age,
I know. But my dad's, he doesn't go to the gym, but he's active, but he smokes on the sides.
yeah. Hey, I mean,
It's like half a dozen on the road, so but he's been really lonely. My dad never cries, and he was sobbing the other night at 3 a.m. because he misses his dog. So we're gonna end up getting another dog. But he's he trained that dog that they had, and that dog was unbelievable. He was a baby. Yeah, he was the perfect size. But they didn't realize how many tumors he actually had. Because his blood panel came back really bad. The vet said it was like worse than they've ever seen. And the vet's been in business for like 3 years.
Brennan has a puddle.
So that was him. That like when they woke up on Wednesday, Murphy, when they woke up, see his eye, it rolled back. And it wasn't like that until that went, thank you, before she went into nursing.
Oh.
Less than 8 months ago. Her mother was an Indian, full-blooded Indian.
Full-blooded Indian? Is that right?
I have to do more research. I thought Iroquois, but my dad says Algonquin now. But she always did like all these remedies and stuff. I mean, they lived out on a farm off the lake.
Wow. I love
it. And I'm not your mother. Leave, please. I've never seen him since. He hasn't been around, thankfully. But like other people were having problems in the building with him, but they haven't had any problems since I told him to leave.
Was he upset because he said
people were going to mess with his grave? I said nobody cares. I said they care, but nobody cares. Slippery Rock's on the Washington Trail.
I think Jess was working the table at the volleyball game.
Yeah. Yeah.
There were signs saying
that died at the VA. I said, I don't sense anything. Now my neighbors have, but I don't.
Really?
These darn lantern flies.
These lantern flies.
They're disgusting.
They're everywhere.
We were at football games last year. There's my butterfly.
Now,
they're unusual. I used to catch them at her house all the time when I was little.
I don't know why they just don't move them.
My dad hasn't seen them for years. I see monarchs, swallowtails, everything. But the white butterflies.
Hey!
Yep, you're kidding. And like flies come in the garage because like they're garbage cans.
Right. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, but North Hall. If you Google North Hall, there's all kinds of stuff.
My stepson's at SRU.
He's a character.
But
some of those kids are the smartest kids.
He's in computers.
Does he have Asperger's or what?
She's not.
So he's like adopted.
We just kind of took
him over.
Yeah. And
that's so sweet. Because this girl had Asperger's. They don't like to speak in front of large groups. And she, through pageants, learned to speak in front of large groups. My daughter does not like to talk in front of large groups, but she's fine doing it. She'll do it now because she did all that stuff. She was in pageants that forced her to answer questions on stage. She
the good old boy mentality.
And they're very much like that. If I had to do it again, we would not be in public school district.
Really?
The academics were good. That was close.
Do again.
No, it's just so big. And there's a lot of politics everywhere, but there's more when you're at a bigger school. When you're at a bigger school. And there's a lot more competition, which is good. But also, it does. And it was better than, we thought it was better than SRU district, you know, academic-wise. But I didn't want to move back to Grove City because that's where I was born and raised, and they're pretty academic. But I was like, once you leave, you can't go back.
Really? Now why?
I had a horrible high school experience. I mean, I'm friends with people now. Girls were just awful, and my dad was a teacher, so. And now those girls are nice and good because they've grown up. But I was tiny and little and bullied, and yeah, girls are mean. They are. But boys can be awful too. Boys are awful in another way. Like that.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Boys can be.
Our blended families.
Wow. Nice. They're all college.
Well, everyone really lied to us.
It's great when like you're empty nester.
Right, I know.
So they're where?
Kent and one's at Kent.
Went to DeVry University in Keller Graduate School. So I managed undergrad, non-traditional, and graduate. So
Did you like that?
I loved it. I brought a team back that was, the senior director got fired and I was under and start. I don't think so. And they were like, do it. So I had to. But I met with every one of them. And I'm like, I want to help you if you want to be here. And I didn't think one person. I was in PR week, so I had a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. It was a lot. And I actually had a 2-year-old baby at the time. And Brian was like Mr. Mom. I mean, I had dinner in the crock pot every day. Laundry done. But I would stay up until 2 in the morning and then I'd get back at 6. So, I was at the Art Institute for 13 and a half years, so I did that for the long hours for a while, but when I became the interim senior director, it was like a good 7 or 8 months. And then my commute was like 13 hours on a good day, like on a good week without a wreck. Because I could get to and from the CEOs. CEOs went over to DeVry University, which their headquarters was in Chicago, and they recruited me because I was the president of our Art Institute, and they wanted me to come over as an associate director, and I'm like, I'm not taking demotion and title. And they were like, fine, we'll match your salary and we'll bring you over as the director. Well, then I managed the director that was over me before I became director that was fired. I'm a hard ass. Like, you have to. I know. So when I got out of grad school, higher ed took a hiring strike. So I worked for 2.5 years at Drug and Alcohol Commission, and that's where I became a little less naive when I was pulling crack babies from homes and hospitals and going. And I worked in Farrell too. And then he was like, "You should come to Rock. You're never home."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Closer, way closer.
And I walked into a mess. Oh.
I don't know what I'm going back.
It was the director. I applied for the job 2 years ago. I had all of it. And she had a master's and 1 year of experience. And she had a severe alcohol problem. You're kidding me? Nope. And they found her passed out on my desk. And she almost died. Because she was 4 times the legal limit. At work. Except for this year, we missed by 6. And it could have been a lot worse because faculty surely didn't help some of them.
So does Mara...
One other employee at the time. Now I have a staff of 7, including myself.
Yeah.
two GAs and a student worker too. So I mean, we literally. But my supervisor that retired, thankfully she did. She retired in March. I had worked for her as a graduate assistant when I was at Civil Rock, and she hated me. I knew what I was getting into. Nope.
So how did that happen?
People said that she was threatening me. She was just mean and uneducated. So you can have a doctorate and not be very educated. So like,
Look, somebody drove here.
that's crazy. They should have done that. Hey, Bri. Next time we should drive up.
They brought
When they need water. More water.
Oh.
I'm not kidding.
They said something about that they brought a tent.
Oh, they brought a tent? I don't know if he drove or not. Who knows? He asked his dad like if he could fill up the tank. I was thinking, why would you ask me that question? Just go fill it up. I have the credit card.
It's a line of them.
Yeah. Longer than I was supposed to be, and Brian's like, we need to take them. Now, which doors? I went down to Robert Stevens.
Oh, okay.
They fixed a lot of stuff for me. They resized one of my grandma's rings. A small ring for her birthday, because it's her 21st in a couple of weeks.
Okay, so now what? For her 21st.
You know what? I want to take her to the Meredith in Katanning.
Now, what
She loves vintage. If you like vintage, like if you like a vintage restaurant, they have really good food. We found it by accident with a fall festival last year, and it's like
Rock
this
Fall Festival or
fine, like fresh, but like very like it's got a vintage vibe. It's like new vintage. It's kind of like mid-century.
Very cool. I love
It's really cool. They're not open on Mondays, so I was like, crap, she's 21 on Monday.
On Monday.
During fall break. So we're gonna take off on Tuesday.
Break?
Yep, we're gonna take off on Tuesday and take her to lunch there. So our kids aren't back late because we're gonna make Christian go. He'll want to go. He's sick of boozle. He's sick of food. He's sick of boozle already. How about B?
B is too.
Christian's like, I'm gonna get the boozle blast again. I'm like, yep. I hate. Because Lauren's like, you're gonna miss mom's food so bad. He's like, no. So I took him to Coney Island because they have like, and then his parents are in Butler.
So they're both like,
They're alive. Yep. So my father-in-law is 85 and my mother-in-law he's 86. And that's it, Christian. He's 86 and my mother-in-law's 80. Not refined. But I don't know, because my niece ended up going to Clarion years ago and started having seizures, so it could be hereditary. But she used to have like bad grand mal seizures, so when she would come to soccer games and even football games in that stadium, Butler didn't have rails until this last year. And I would always she's like on meds. Brennan on worse when she doesn't take her meds or when she's dehydrated. She do like electrolyte powder and all. She does not, but she can't. I think electrolytes or something, but I literally, she will have naked and she's bad.
I'm not putting something for you.
It's terrible. That's it. That's it.
That's it, Brennan!
Oh, they scare me. Okay, go.
I hate headers too.
I should love to do them. Don't.
I know, don't. I know, that's exactly.
Try not to. I'm listening. I'm just watching.
I love
Spy. What do you watch? That's my perfect like 4 or 5 months ago. Because she was hot and cold. Like she'd be fine one minute, the next minute it was like we thought she was dead. So I wrote it. And it was more women's stories. Like, it was such a well-written obituary. He's like, it was not like most, like all these accomplishments. It was more storytelling.
So,
100. You live 102 years. My dad had 102 baby pink roses, or like full roses, but baby pink in color. That soft pink on her casket. No. And I rode back with him the following, because it happened over Labor Day weekend, so that Wednesday before, so
Wednesday before.
yeah, so I went back with my dad to bury her. My mom was Christian, my grandparents' weather are very good. And then Grandma Yoy's, which sounds like German, but that's the Indian. That is Christian. don't want to. Like, get rid of it. Get away with the ball. So they're all buried up there. But my dad's like, don't bring anything. And I was like, Dad, don't you want to? He goes, no, we'll go up there and work on, like, Norm and I will go and work on the cemetery sometime. That'll be something that, like, we're going to have a lot to do with Grandpa. Or, like, with Grandma's stuff, little girls and stuff. She's got so many things, like, antiques. Like, she has the stuff from the Depression, like those red and blue coins in this little black purse.
Wow.
That one was for bread, one was for milk. No, that you were allowed to use a week.
You're kidding me.
No. So I'm sure like historical societies will link those, things like that. She lived through 102 years.
I just cannot fathom. I mean, that is just amazing to me. Now, my dad's grandmother lived to be 102.
See, that's amazing. You got good genes there. And I'll tell you what, Grandma, like, most of the time is with it. Oh, they always got battery with us. And I looked at her and I said, is that your ringtone? That's it, B. And I was like, I said, well, what is it? She goes, I don't know. It's probably but home. That was her telling me, I'm home and I'm happy. I'm like, it could have gone off at any point. Why did it wait till I got it in the garage? And I didn't even have my radio on the way home.
And like you said,
and the whole way. And I like, basically, I didn't roadblock them. I said, but it was really loud, like it was on a loud spot. I thought it was Shannon's ringtone, and she promptly told me.
the youngest?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was 3 months premature. Party, and then she's now at Mikimoto, which they, I don't know if you know Mikimoto, they are international student in the gym. We won't tell him this because we don't want his head to grow. But that's the way the kid from Zimbabwe that works at the art front desk. I played your son. It's very broken. So that's why we were laughing, because I'm like, they run fast. That's funny he said that. He goes, well, he goes, we could not keep up. He goes, he megged our one player, then did something else, and he's talking soccer talk. Brian was trying not to laugh. He was trying to take it serious, but he couldn't. He goes, no, don't tell, because you can't tell Christian. His sister's polar opposite.
Isn't that funny how that's how Megan's sister is?
Yep. So humble.
Yes.
Yeah, and they just took it to him.
She didn't make the audition on Sunday. People were like, this is like definitely favoritism and rigged. And the one professor, she didn't make it. And the students found out, they were like, how did you make it? And the one professor has pulled her aside twice. She's the one that don't you think there's a problem there? Don't you think she did something? Guilty. Guilty as charged. Guilty. Because Lauren, I swear, if you don't write the chair, your advisor, and say, I will do something. She was very respectful and said, Jennifer, I'm a little concerned. This was a faculty. This was supposed to be a piece for juniors and seniors, and almost half of the people were freshmen and sophomore. And she's like,
And then one more.
I feel that I did very well. And she's like, I messed up like everybody else several times, but the one girl that they like worship, she's not that good, and she messed up the entire time. She was like, and I said, were you taller? And Lauren's like, well, I was one of the taller ones, but even Will, who she danced with in that music video for Ashton Arena her senior year, he was cast as a back, like he's cast as a swing.
Right,
That is his style. Are you kidding me? So they definitely were discriminatory. The instructor, the professor was up there with him. And so the dance actually. So
The same one
on
with
yep. So she always refers to her in her creative dance class this semester as an elementary teacher, which just stops Lauren in the park. She sits in dance class. Lauren, and there are other elementary double majors in the class, and she'll refer to them as dancers. So she on Tuesday she was like, Lauren, why don't you demonstrate this beautiful movement to the class?
Yeah.
I was like, really? Yes. After Jennifer, the chair, wrote back and copied May Listen, said May Listen. It was a very creative. May Listen was very careful, and she recorded everybody. It was a CYA email, exactly. And then on Thursday, she called me and like, oh God, is there something wrong with her? She's in class today. She goes on Monday and Wednesday, 9 to 7. She Melissa called her.
Yes, Dave, one more.
She
Dave,
came
one more.
outside and she said,
Yes,
Melissa
Dave.
wants to super fast her. And she said, I just wanted to know that I didn't make a decision
She's like, I'm
on Sunday. I just needed you to know more. It's like, I never accused you of that. I was just concerned. That was
I don't think you're going.
your QR, scan your phone on a QR code, like real snotty. And I'm like, well, apparently she, not that I think I deserve for people to know who I am, but I'm like, okay, I'm glad she doesn't do that. Because I like to be undercover. And I thought, what? Bitch. You know, oh, there you go, Christian. So she told them to wear their good supportive shoes, so Lauren wore new Brooks. She took them up to the leadership course up behind the ark in the woods, and it rained. It was actually closed, so people weren't allowed on it. While Lauren, they walked across the lawn, and it was real slick, and she fell off. She said, yes. She fell off. And there you go. She fell off into a mud hole, and Melissa looked right at her and was like, well, that's the price she paid.
Fucking run!
And that's what her friends were like, what? And she said, yes, that's the price you paid, John. She was like, that's the price you pay her freshman year. And I was like, well, what does that even mean? They're like, you don't. It's getting tacky. But, yep. So she knew exactly. I can pretty much guarantee that she did something to keep her from being nervous. I'm not even kidding. Like, literally, she's getting... Christian, get rid of it. You're going to get your ankles broken. Come on. I told you. They're like, we don't need any more injuries. Really, if his mom's not here, I'm taking her to the hospital. She was, thank God.
Thank God she was there.
Thank God.
I'm so funny because I
He
remember
literally couldn't walk off the field. He needed help, and then he couldn't walk up. Like, the big kids that are
Come on, guys, in.
oh,
there's so many
come
things
on.
up there.
Oh,
But yeah.
call me a helicopter parent.
Right? No, it's the truth. So it's not.
But I'm just like,
It's that's like a real scenario. I mean, that's
yeah. I think where that mentality set in with me was when Dylan Murphy, his parents weren't at a game. Brian went to it. I was home with Lauren, getting her on the bus for Sequinets. And Brian called me. He's like, I think Dylan broke his hip. And I was like, what? You're kidding. He goes, I can't get a hold of Tom or Cindy. I know. A monarch. I see those all the time. I don't see the white ones as much. Maybe you see the white ones a lot, but
No, I don't.
the white ones, my grandma always used to call them angel butterflies because she was always into angels. But if you look them up, they're for purity. They're usually called cabbage butterflies. And they hang out in the gardens. Yeah, Google them. I love Google.
So do I.
But Dylan broke his hip.
So did he really break his hip?
Yes, he laid on the field, and my husband was down there. So I was calling Harper, like Lauren, to call Harper. They were, I think, in
Thank God Brian was there to say.
well, yeah. Well, the coaches would have taken care of it, but he was still like, we were like, we'll take him, whatever we need to do. But like, that's after that, I was like, we have to be at every game.
Yeah.
It is.
Friends forever.
Yes, you can have her.
I wouldn't know just because it's
No, he's out there now.